everyone, today I'm going to show you how to put together a character from one of the Cricut Disney cartridges. I'm using Mickey and Friends, I'm using Pooh and Friends. And I'm going to be putting together the Piglet character, which is on page 41. So there are 1, 2, 3 colors involved in putting together this piglet shape, as well as the base black color. So you'll need to cut out piglet in black, then you'll need to cut 1, 2, 3 different colors. So here's our base. Well, first of all, here's what we're going to end up with. And here's our piglet cut in black, the base shape of our piglet, and all the other little colors that go to assemble piglet. One tip that I've found works really well with cutting the character shapes is for the mouth and the eyes. They're so tiny that sometimes the pieces are so small that it's hard to piece them in, or they get missed, they get lost, or for example, this is his mouth, or his tongue, that little tiny piece right there. So it's so small. So what I've decided, what I've found works for me is I use these gel markers. I think I got these at Walmart, but they're gel markers, and I think you can also find, I want to say Crayola might make a set, or but if you look around in the children's craft section or children's school section, you can find them. They're gel markers. And what I do is I just color in either the eyes or the mouth or whatever tiny piece I can't piece in because it's just so small. This works really well with the princesses as well. You just color in the white for the eyes or the red for the mouth. And it doesn't matter if you go over onto the part of the black that's going to be covered up. So I try to stay off of the black. Don't color in the part of the black that's going to be showing, but see how I just colored over onto the part of the black that's going to be covered with this pink layer, and it looks fine. It worked well. So now let's start putting them together. Typically I'll start with the bottom, work the bottom up. You could start working, start piecing the top down, whatever works for you. So I'll put I'm using a Zig 2-way glue, and I'll just put it on the piece and start putting it together. It's just like putting together a puzzle. One thing I will say about this is when I put these pieces together, I try really hard to not let there be any I try hard to keep the glue off my fingers, or maybe try and not do some inking before I put these pieces together, only because if my fingers are dirty, it really gets right on the character. I'll get ink or glue stuck on a piece of it, and I just try very carefully not to do that. So you want to keep your fingers clean. There's his feet. Now let's put his body on. Oh, and another tip is sometimes with all the different pieces you have, you might get them flipped backwards. And I've done this so many times where I'll put the glue on the side that's supposed to point up. It's very frustrating. So sometimes if I'm not sure, I might just check before I put the glue down. So I know this piece goes here, facing that way. Because then I have to go back and recut a piece, and it's just a hassle. But I've done it numerous times. Put the glue on the wrong side. I have also done it where I put the glue on the black base piece, but sometimes then I'll have glue in spots that aren't covered up. So like for example, I might then have glue in these little grooves here, and then it'll be showing, and then everything gets sticky. So I found for me it works best to put the glue onto the piece that's going to be glued on, if that makes sense. Just want to make sure I've got the arms facing the right way. Sometimes it's hard not to get glue on your fingers when you're doing this. I just try really hard because I hate it when I get streaks of glue and then they get dirty on top of my piecings. And the one good thing about the zig glue is that if you put it down and it's a little crooked, if you're quick, you can kind of shift it a little bit before it dries real tight. I might just give this one more little coat of pink before I put the face down over it. So Piglet's tongue shows up as pink. Piglet's face right there, and you could see his little tongue poking out, so I didn't need to use that little teeny tiny piece for his tongue. I just used my gel pen, my gel marker. Oh, you could use gel pens too. I didn't think of that, but you certainly could use gel pens. You could use gel pens too. Anything that's going to show up on top of a dark black, anything that'll be opaque will work. I don't want to get these ears on backwards, so I'm just gonna, yep, there we go. So I'm just gonna lay them down first so I know which way I need to put the glue on. There we go. And the nose. The nose was a little tricky. I wasn't quite sure how to get it in there, which way it went, but I think that's how it goes, just like that. Ears, and let's do the nose. I'm just going to put the glue right on the black part for the nose. Such a tiny piece. I use my craft knife a lot to position things and just to place things in. And like here where there's a little piece stuck in there, I'll use my craft knife to kind of poke it out. There we go. And there we go. There's our assembled piglet. Thanks for watching. See you next time.